I know you guys. I know you guys. We about to lose a real one. I know. I know. I know. What y'all wearing to the service? Okay. I don't have my outfit yet for the service, but I heard that they're doing a closed casket, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and wear me something nice to the service, a nice little dress. I got a nice little black dress with, my arms. It has like some pearls on it. I can wear that to the TikTok service, the burial service. Yo, we done had a time. We was only here for 5 months, you guys. We done had a time. Had a time over here on TikTok. While it was fun, while it lasted. So, go on and get in here for some of the last times. These are the last times we gonna be able to see each other on this app. Yeah. Okay, no, seriously though. On a more serious note, let's really talk about it for a second. Let's really talk about it for a second, because I know a lot of people are freaking out. I know a lot of people are panicking. I know a lot of people are hurt, a lot of people upset, and it's like TikTok is fun, We can go back and forth all day long and talk about our beliefs and why this, that, and the third. I just feel like we got so many other things to be worried about politically besides TikTok. But, it is what it is. And things like this aren't uncommon in our industry. Let's just keep it a buck. It sucks because TikTok was a cute little fun app. But for our community, those of you who are fellow doms, those of you, hello goddess, those of you who are in our community, stuff like this happens a lot. Where we, lose social media platforms that are really popular, where we lose social media platforms where us as creators were making a lot of money off of. Like, for example, in our industry, a platform used to exist called AVN Stars. AVN Stars was like, I guess, their equivalent of OF, OnlyFans or whatever. And basically they became super, super popular. People were making so much money on AVN Stars. And then all of a sudden AVN Stars just crashed. They no longer could support the community. They ran into some trouble with MasterCard, which basically means they just didn't want to pay that $1,500 fee in order to continue taking or operating with MasterCard. So they disappeared from the industry. Thousands of people, were cut off of their businesses and all of this other stuff. So that kind of stuff happens in our industry all the time. And I'm not trying to say that in a sense to normalize it or minimize the frustration and the inconvenience of it all, but just to show this is something that has happened to us in our community a lot. And a lot of people undervalue the real work that goes into not only being a content creator, not only being on social media, not only operating social media to make money, but a lot of people sleep on the skill that it takes to do that and do it in the spicy industry, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I'll just post a picture of my feed, or I'll just create an OF and I'll be able to quit my job. And then they try to do that kind of stuff on their own and it flops, or nobody buys it. And then they realize how difficult it was. Or people talk down on spicy creators because, oh, I have all of these religious feelings and whatever else. And then, the truth is they don't have what it takes. They're usually not cut out to do the same kind of lifestyle. They're not cut out. They don't have the same kind of work ethic to pull off something not only, like I said, running social media, but having that content creation be your full-time job. You have to be on your shit to a certain extent. And a lot of people just are not willing to put or able to put that level of work ethic into what they do. Some people are just meant to be employees. I'm not the employee type of person. I'm the boss type of person. So my content, my information is only for those type of people. People who resonate with my shit are boss type of people. The people who are confused, people be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It went over my head. Those are the people who usually better off being employees. People who are better off being told what to do versus people who tell you what to do. I'm not the type of person you can tell me what to do. I can tell you what to do, but you're not going to tell me what to do. Okay? I don't need to be bossed around. I am the boss. Am I willing to take direction? Sure. Am I willing to collaborate with other people and stuff like that? Absolutely. However, again, my mindset, I'm just not the employee type. Like all of these little jobs and stuff like that I had growing up, my managers always hated me because I wasn't the type that you could tell, to go do something. And not that I would be defiant and just be a bitch or something like that, but like, you're not about to talk to me any type of way either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like, go do X, Y, Z. And I'm gonna be like, yes, basta. Yes, boss. I'm right on it. Like, no, fuck out of here. Talk to me respectfully or don't talk to me at all. And when I don't feel like being in this bitch, I'm not going to be in this bitch. I don't give a fuck what type of title you got. I don't give a fuck what type of title I got. That shit don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? We all employees at the end of the day. You're a manager. Okay, that's fine. At the end of the day, you're still an employee for the company just as much as I am type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and nobody ever liked that. Like, none of my managers ever liked that. Oh, well, too bad. But that's why I work for myself. So, it just goes to show, like, financial domination, like I always say, isn't for everyone. But some people really are capable of putting that work in and having that work ethic to master social media, make sales online, and have that be their full-time job. And when you lose a social media platform, when you lose a whole stream of income, as silly as it may sound to someone who has no idea how much work it can actually take to do that, when you put all of that work into building something, losing a stream of income, losing that, whatever that it brought in for you, whether it was a stream of income that was direct sales or it was a stream of income like a sales converter, like you were able to grow and put yourself out there, whatever value you were getting from your social media. Losing that social media then to unforeseen forces, not you deciding you don't want to be on that platform anymore and just deleting the content, but the fucking government shutting down an app for literally shitty, nobody really actually gives a fuck, reasonable, makes sense ass reasons. That affects people, that affects people's livelihoods, that affects people's jobs. So it is a big deal. And what do you do from here? Now, first and foremost, my personal belief is that none of you guys, if you're a fellow dom, if you're just getting started at financial domination, my personal belief, I've always given you guys this information in my coaching, is that you should have never been using FinDom or TikTok for FinDom to begin with. TikTok is usually for UGC creation as a dom, but not necessarily FinDom, right? So I don't use FinDom to find subs like gentlemen. Yeah, they find me on here, but that's not why I'm here. Like, I'm here to give coaching advice, or then I have my like TikTok shop and TikTok affiliate stuff for like how to, for you guys to find like cameras and content creation gear and some of my lifestyle products and stuff like that. But I don't use TikTok to find men, to find subs. They find me elsewhere. Can they still find me here? Yes. Have they still told me, have new men that I've still met in the last 5 months told me that they found me here? Yes. But that's not my primary focus here. I've never showed my specific students to use TikTok for this platform. So in the blueprint that we have, we were all using TikTok for UGC creation. One of the reasons I'm here today, and as today's title suggests, we're talking about like what to do now that TikTok is probably kicking the bucket. The good thing about it is if you were following our curriculum as a student, or if you're not a student and you're just tuning in, you can become a student at any time in the link in my description box. Of course, stick around for our coupon code. If you haven't already seen it floating around on your For You page, it's already posted on my page here as well. So if you are in this live and you want to just jump the line and get the coupon code while I am live, you can go to the last 3 of my posts that I just made and find the coupon code there. Otherwise, I'll share it here while I'm live in just a second. But if you were following the curriculum that we have inside of our program, you should have been only using TikTok for the UGC creation program, like the TikTok shop, the UGC content, selling products, pushing products for other brands and stuff like that, right? One of the reasons why in that part of the curriculum where we said like, hey, make sure that you are duping this content. So when you post it on TikTok, post it on a YouTube or an Instagram as well, because the same stuff that's on TikTok shop is on Amazon. Now, those of you who've been following along, if you know, it should make sense now, because if TikTok is kicking the bucket and you have been following our blueprint, you can just continue doing what the fuck you're doing. Yes, it'll be a loss if you have more followers on TikTok than you had on subscribers on YouTube or subscribers on Instagram, because honestly, it was super easy to go viral on TikTok. TikTok is one of the fastest platforms you're able to really build a genuine following off of versus Instagram, versus YouTube subscribers, versus even Twitter. It is so easy to go viral on TikTok. And a lot of people say like, no, it's not. Trust me, it is so easy to go viral. And you only need 1 or 2 posts to go viral on TikTok for you to actually blow up and make like thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. I got to 17,000 followers on this page in 5 months. You know what I'm saying? Just be off of like a couple, like a small handful of posts going viral, and then like all of these followers coming in. You can do the same thing on Instagram, but it's a little bit harder because Instagram is more established. TikTok had this new type of vibe. It's a new medium. People are a little bit more open here. It's like every social media has their thing, right? And just TikTok was one of those things where you could jump on here, especially me with the experience that I had in financial domination. Anytime I started a page up on TikTok, I said anything about financial domination, I always went fucking viral. Like that was the fastest way for me to do any fucking thing. But that's to my benefit because I'm actually a coach. So if you were following along with our blueprint, even if we are losing TikTok, you shouldn't have, or you shouldn't see this as a major loss to you, because with the content that you have duplicated, most of the stuff that you should have been selling as a UGC creator is also on your Amazon showcase, so that you can continue making content without really having too much of a blip in the road, so to speak, and just push that over to now an Instagram that you can just dump the content over there, put some hashtags on and close the app and walk away. Cause yeah, who the fuck wants to be on Instagram, right? Or same thing with YouTube. But if you were a new dom, completely brand new, just coming across financial domination, not really knowing how to get into it, and you've been here, you've been watching our content, you've been participating in our lives, what are you going to do now that this app is kicking again the bucket? Right? A lot of people come in my lives and ask questions and take advantage of all of the free resources and information and stuff like that we have, which is awesome because that's exactly why I put it out there. But again, we have over 17,000 of you guys following us over here. We know for a fact that TikTok is not just going to instantly disappear on the 19th as far as what we know right now. So there's going to be plenty of time for us to still try to reach as many people as possible. But the point of it, or the point of today's conversation, again, goes to show, for those of you who are new, what are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do once TikTok is gone? What community are you involved in? How are you going to continue developing your craft, practicing, etc.? And is there something, if you are serious about it, is there something that you can do in the next 90 days to put yourself out there as a Dom so that you can do in the next 90 days to put yourself out there as a Dom so that as the world, that's my daughter's timer for her lunch time. So as the world continues changing, as inauguration day is coming and the world continues to change after that, what are you going to be doing to keep yourself grounded, to keep yourself safe, to keep yourself protected, to keep yourself around like-minded people so that you can stay safe and continue growing in this community? That is just my biggest concern. That is my biggest question. So for all of you guys who have been asking, I know people always are in the comments like, oh, how do I get started? Oh, how do I do this or do that? Oh, how can you help me? Oh, blah, 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 blah. As you guys already know, our community is for Black women. Our community is for African-American women. You must be over the age of 21. And like I said, I've already posted for the last couple of days, I think, that, since TikTok is going to go ahead and kick the bucket, we are right now till the 19th. I mean, that's the only time that we're doing it, right before Inauguration Day. 11:59 p.m., which would technically be the 18th. 11:59 p.m. going into midnight on the 19th. But our tuition program or our tuition rate will be 60% off if you use promo code TikTok Doomsday. 60% off, 60% off tuition for all of you guys who are just starting to get started in financial domination, you've already been in the industry and you're looking for more solidified support, a safe haven, etc. Again, our community is for Black women and women of African-American descent. So you also must be over the age of 21. And then as always, for more information, you can go to the link in our bio here. I know my whole link in bio right now looks totally different, totally swanky and new. Okay, new design, who this? When you click the link in my bio.sites/AfroDomme.pay, when you go to that link, you're going to see every single thing that we have for our community. You're specifically, as a Black woman, you're specifically looking for the section that literally says, become a member, join, like join the 5,000 members, whatever. But it'll be like the second or third option, become a member. Everything else that I have going on is always there, right? My Instagram is there, my YouTube, my Twitter, everything else is there. But to become a member, that specific section in the link in my bio should say apply to become a member, join the 5,000, etc. And it'll take you to more information, as always. If you're looking for any of my other links, again, they're all there. Trust me. They are all there. They are all there. They are all there. But, it is totally okay. Like, there's no need to panic. There's no need to get frantic. There's no need to get manic about us potentially losing TikTok in our industry. This is something that has happened many, many times before, and it will happen again. I'm not saying that, like I said, to minimize people's feelings about this, but just to say, hey, this is normal. This is something that happens a lot in the spicy industry to our community. And what we typically do in these times is batten down the hatches, really hug and love on each other, support each other, and we focus on internal stuff. We don't worry about what other groups and other this and other that, other races are doing with this 93% versus the world type of stuff that we have going on anyway with Black women. We don't really need to be worried about what the fuck anybody else has got going on either. So, like I said, when this was AVN several years ago, when this was XYZ platform several years ago, and Backpage and all of these other platforms, just like it's happened in our community before, what we do is batten down the hatches. We hug on, love on each other. We go to our own communities and we lock the fucking doors. Physically, literally, like, you get the sense. Like, this is the time right now for us to really be focused on us, focused on the community, creating our own platforms, creating our own wealth, our own stability. And yeah, we don't need Red Note and Reddit and to try to jump to the next app right now. What we need is to focus on, as Black women and as Black people in this industry specifically, how we can come together ourselves, finally, which is what I've been saying for the last 6-8 years. I mean, whatever. But come together finally and figure out how we can, in 2025, take advantage of all of the money that we are all making through our subs. Because over in the AfroDomme Network, we get paid over this bitch. We don't have to worry about how to get a nigga to send. That's not a problem for us. We got them sending. What we are over here talking about is how to get these guys to go ahead and pull this money together so that we can start creating some shit for ourselves. We need some Black banks. We need some Black schools. We need some Black financial institutions giving out loans with good interest rates. We need Black educators. We need Black therapists. We need Black farmers. We need Black doctors. We need to focus on us. We need to start growing stuff and exchanging fruits and vegetables. We need to start bartering services and business to all this B2B shit, business to business. We need to go business to business, right? If you make, what the fuck? I don't know. If you make fucking body butters or whatever the fuck else, you need to give me some of that shit and I'll give you something that I'm making and I'm doing for myself. If you grow fruits and flowers, I need to get some of those fruits and flowers from you, and then I need to do your daughter's hair or some shit like that. I don't know. We need to come together. You get the fucking point. We need to come together in our own spaces. Shut the fuck up on the internet. Stop inviting people to the cookout. Okay? And just go ahead and close the door and talk amongst ourselves and go ahead and get this together. Y'all see the shirt I'm wearing? Yes, I'm wearing it, as pajamas. Because what the fuck else I'm going to wear the shirt for at this point? Until some shit shake around this motherfucker. I can't wear, you know what I'm saying? But you see the vibe? So, yeah. Shit getting sticky around this bitch. And you need to get a mop and take your ass in the house. Okay? So, love me a barter system. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring that back. Let's go ahead and bring that back. Business to business. But let me tell you something. On some real shit, B2B, business to business, is a $1 trillion industry. These large scale corporations do business to business. How the fuck you think these brands get inside of Target and get inside of Walmart and get inside of the grocery store for y'all to be buying it and being consumers? That's business to business. We need to do the same shit. We got the money. Black people got the buying power. You already know that. They don't have the buying power. We do. We been had it. So let's go ahead and do it with a little bit more intention. Because the world ready get real scary for our generation. The world already been scary, but for those of you who are not spiritual, or maybe those of you who are, just new to the your spirituality journey, you can't really tell what's happening. You maybe see it from like a social media, political sense, what's happening. Spiritually, you don't see it. Shit about to get real scary around this bitch. Okay? I'm talking about shit, like some shit that our future generations are going to be reading in history books. Just like when we was younger, those of y'all who's millennials, about to be 30. When we was younger, we was in school and we was reading about all that horrific ass shit that white people was doing in them textbooks. Hanging people from trees and shit. Tarring and feathering Black men and women and dragging them down the street. Presidents was on the radio stations calling and saying all kinds of racist crazy shit. People was getting bombed and gassed and based on their religious affiliations and shit like that. All that horrendous ass shit. Trust me, what's taking place, if you can't already tell, is our generation's version of that. And it's not nowhere near as ugly as you thought. You thought it started with the ugliness of the COVID pandemic. That was just the rising action, baby. When you think about the story back in English class, when you went up that mountain, the climax is at the top. That was just the rising action, honey. That was just the appetizer. We ain't, for those of you who are really spiritual, really locked in, and I'm not saying like this in a fear-mongering sense, because we need community right now to keep ourselves protected from this type of shit. But if you are spiritual and you can feel what's happening, the world is an ugly place. Let's just be honest. It's not all puppies and fucking rainbows. The world is an ugly place. This country was built on racism and the illusion of white supremacy, and that shit is crumbling to bits as we see in real time. And it's not going to just go down without a fight. You got to think about it from a spiritual perspective. It's like a tower moment. When that tower fucking falls, shit is not pretty. Shit is not cute. And you don't want to be standing right underneath that tower when that bitch start falling. You want to get your ass somewhere fucking safe. That's where we're at right now. The tower's falling, ladies and gentlemen. You need to find your ass something safe to do and somewhere safe to go. And with that being said, like I said, our doors are open. But we gaslight gatekeep girl boss around here, because we don't want just anybody in here just because we said the doors was open. Okay, calm down now, because some of y'all be a little coonery. We don't need the coons. Okay, on my Dr. Umar, we don't need the coons. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me catch up on the comments. Yeah. Going back to how we did things at the beginning of time. And I love that you said that, like, because that's really like an ancestrally felt like way to look at that. Going back to how we did things in the beginning of time. Like really communal energy, like sister circles, healing circles, barter system in a way that made sense. Like, capitalism, yes, but not like capitalism to the point of like corruption. Like, you got some shit, I got some shit, I need some shit, you need some shit, let's go ahead and exchange, but not to the point of corruption. I need to make $1,000 by the 31st. Nice. Don't we all? $1,000 by the 31st. It's definitely possible if you've already been established in financial domination. But if you're new to financial domination, that's definitely a good goal to go ahead and set yourself up with, for sure. You would definitely need to be like on point with it. Like, financial domination would have to be your whole full-time job, you guys. Money's not just going to fall into your lap or fall out the sky. I'm not that type of person that's about to sell you no fucking dreams and tell you, oh yeah, you could totally not know anything about financial domination and make $1,000 between now and the 31st. You not. It's possible, but again, you would have to be like spending 40 hours a week on this, 80 hours a week, like really going hard in the paint 24/7 for the next several days, like working 16, 18 hours a day for the next several days. And most people don't, again, like we were talking about earlier, I'm not saying that you won't, this person who's asking this, but most people don't have the work ethic or the time to put that much energy into something that quickly and burn themselves out. $1,000 between now and the 31st, if you were already established, if you already had, a couple of followers on Twitter, you had like some content, your social media set up in a way that's actually producing you money. Like, let's say if you started 6 months ago, right? If you started financial domination 6 months ago, and right now in January, your goal is to make $1,000 by the end of the month. Yeah, that's possible. If you don't know what financial domination is and you just coming across this live and you talk about making $1,000 between now and the end of the month, you don't play yourself, please. And that's just somebody I'm not being disrespectful. Like, that's somebody that's really like I'm looking out for you because I know somebody else would just be like, yeah, you could totally do that. Give me your money and I'll show you how to do that. Or like there'll be a scammer or whatever the fuck else. I'm not about to sell nobody no fucking dreams. It's too much shit going on in the world. People got too many things going on with themselves. You know what I'm saying? We need community. And people got way too much shit going on to be... Yeah, it's other ways to get $1,000. You can go do DoorDash and get $1,000 guaranteed by the end of the month. These are their last stitch efforts. Umar got foreign parents. I mean, I don't know about foreign parents. He got foreign parents. What the fuck does that even mean? Reality of things. Everything is everywhere all at once. You don't know things are here. You all will be fine. Wait, so bully people for money? No. Exactly. The opposite. Financial domination is not bullying people for money. It's the exact opposite. And that's the point that I be making. You can't just jump into some shit with very minuscule information on it. And I'm not calling you minuscule, but like you can't just jump into it and think that you about to make buku money. Like it takes so much time to even figure out what financial domination actually is. And what lane you're gonna like operate in before you can really start making money like that. But like I said, I don't mean no disrespect by it because there's never no shade, no tea. I used to do that type of shit. You need $1,000 by the end of the month, you be better off downloading DoorDash, Instacart, Grubhub, get it out the mud, and make the money. Shit, you can make $1,000 by the end of the week on some DoorDash type shit. But like, yeah, if you started financial domination 6 months ago and you was trying to make $1,000 by the end of the month, definitely possible. If you just started today, yeah, babes, go ahead and set your account up, but then also go ahead and do DoorDash because it's not going to happen. Like, and that's just me being so for real. Ooh, my ass is cramping, y'all. Okay, my period is tearing me up. Anybody else on their menstrual cycle right now with this full moon energy? Okay, tearing my little ass up. Whew. Yeah. I should be able to make $1,000 in a week bustling chops. Right. In order for you to make money like $1,000 in a week, $1,000 in a day, and financial domination, you really need to, and I'll always say this to my students, you really need to have your social media on point. You need to be consistent as hell. You need to have several streams of income, right? You need a monthly subscription site. You need, ooh, that sounds so good. Some ginger and honey. Oh my God, that sounds so good right now. You're right. Like as soon as I said it, I just felt it. I just bought your book. Hey, which one, goddess? Slight flex. I have multiple books. Which one did you get? But yeah, you have to really have like, it'll be here Friday. Yeah, tell me which one you have. The new Jane Crow. Okay, period. Shout out to sis. Thank you. Buying one of my books off of Amazon. I do like hibiscus. I do not like raspberry for some reason. The fruit and the tea and the flavor. Something about raspberries I just do not like. I definitely, I got some chamomile and some, the fuck? I got some jasmine tea too, but I feel like jasmine gonna turn me up. I don't want to be turned up. I want to kind of calm it down just a little bit. It's still like the smell of it and the flavor, like anything involving raspberry is just not it for me for some reason. I don't know. I don't like it. I do not like it. But yeah, like I was saying, in order for you to really make like $1,000 in financial domination, you really need to have a consistent social media. Like, you need to be posting like 3 to 6 times a day for like, I would say a minimum of 6 months. A minimum of 6 months, 3 to 6 times a day on social media, so that you have a certain following, like follower, even if you don't have thousands and thousands of followers. At that point, 6 times a day for 6 months straight, you would have at least an audience who's engaged with your content and interacts with you. They'll like know, like, trust you on that type of shit. So it'll be easy whether you had 1,000 followers or just 500 in that 6 months. It'll be easier for you to convert those people to sales. You will also need like a stream of income that's passive. You will also need a stream of income that's monthly, like a subscription site. You would need a stream of income where you're talking on the phone with people. You would need a lot of shit under your belt in order to really successfully, consistently have a system in place business-wise. Like, I have a whole system in place to consistently, month after month, like faithfully make $1,000 a week. And like have that as proof of income or something like that, the same way you would if you were working a 9 to 5 and you were dependent, like guaranteed, so to speak, that paycheck. Because when you work a 9 to 5, you're not guaranteed no fucking paycheck. You're not. Especially when you're in a at will state. They can fire your ass whenever. Yes, they still have to legally pay you for the time that you worked, but you're not guaranteed no check for real. A lot of people be forgetting that type of shit. Like, when you work at a job, and if you don't work no hours, they don't have to pay you, right? You work 15 hours, they're not going to give you 20 hours on that check. They're going to give you 15. And if they want to fire your dumbass after they cut that check with that 15, they will. And they're not obligated to keep paying you. And you're going to have to, as an adult, once they fire your ass, figure out how the fuck you're going to pay the rest of your bills, right? You're not guaranteed that money at a 9 to 5, really, when you think about it either. If you want something that's going to be guaranteed, like the same way a paycheck would, have that illusion of like, hey, I know this business, this career, this side hustle that I've created through financial domination, because I've done it to the point that I can have passive income because of my clips or because of my content. I know that this system is going to make me $1,000 a week. I don't have to worry about it for real. To have that level of surety, you're going to need to be in the game for a little minute. For some people who are brand new, when you have coaching and mentoring, it may take like 6 months. That's our students' data. Somebody outside of our program might take like 2 years to do that shit. That's just, you know what I'm saying? It takes some time to build a fucking business that can sustain some shit like that, you know? That's just the process. Trust the process. That's like real. That's just what it takes. So it's possible to do it. Yes. But you got to put the work in. Is it possible to come into the industry right now, today, and start and then make $1,000 by the end of the month? I would say never say never. But you don't want to set a goal that's going to set you up for failure. Because never say never. Sure, but like, can we be fucking for real for a second? You shooting for the stars, okay? Never say never, but let's be a little realistic and set goals for ourselves that is actually going to empower us to put the work in versus just coming into it looking for instant gratification, so that in the rare, more than likely, don't shoot yourself though, shoot for the stars, manifest it, but more than likely, when that doesn't happen by the 31st, you won't feel so utterly disappointed in yourself and feel like, oh, I'm a complete failure, this didn't work for me. You'll say, hey, I'm going to acknowledge that I just started this shit this month. Here's the success and the goals and the milestones I've been able to hit so far based on coaching and mentoring that I've gotten. These is the little bit of maybe not $1,000, but maybe a couple $100 that I've been able to manifest. This is good. And let me keep going. Because when you first start a business, nobody, when they first start a business, just starts making buku money off the top. You can ask any entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long did it really take for people to start actually making money when they first started business? Like, you starting a business today and making money the same month, that's a blessing. There's thousands, millions of people who have tried to start businesses and don't see any money in that shit for like years, months. If you were to start Financial Domination today and have your first tribute tomorrow, you, in the eyes of thousands of other girls, would be so fucking lucky, bruh. Because that doesn't happen for a lot of people. That doesn't happen for thousands of people. And it's not because, oh, Financial Domination is fake. No, like, that's literally how businesses work. Like, you don't plant the seed today and eat the fruit the next day. You just don't. If you do, it's a fucking blessing. But that's not the norm. And sometimes there's a level of unrealisticness that, like, I see other people when they talk about financial domination on this app. And this is why I fucking hated this shit to begin with. But, like, there's a whole level of delusion that people be like trying to portray about this shit. Like, oh, I'm a financial dominatrix and money just falls out of my asshole. And it's like, yeah, I get it, because like once you do get to that point, it do feel like that. But I'm not about to hop on the internet and make somebody that's looking at me as the example really feel like, oh, well, because it didn't happen for them like that, they must have been doing something wrong, when whole time I wasn't really honest about how long it took for me to manifest something like that. Or I wasn't really honest about all of the work that I put into doing something prior to me actually being able to do shit. So the fact that I can be solely like doing financial domination full time and shit like that, like, I've been doing this for 8 years. So when you come across my page and you see me doing like cash meets and stuff like that, you may think like, oh my God, she's a dom and she do cash meets, and she made a video about how she just made $1,000 in 5 minutes doing nothing. She just sitting in a car in the parking lot. Yeah, I did make $1,000 that day in 5 minutes, and I was just sitting in the car in the parking lot. But it also took me several years to build a relationship with the sub who actually brought me the money, so that he felt safe enough to do it, so that I felt safe enough to drive my personal vehicle to a location to meet this gentleman who could have very well, in other instances, ran my fucking tag and title and did some weirdo shit. Luckily, he didn't, because I actually took the time to get to know him for several years before we even did something like that, right? But that's the part of it you don't see. You just see me with the money in the fucking parking lot. You have to see the whole picture. You got to see the whole picture. You got to see the whole picture. What's going on in the comments? I didn't know about Jasmine, adding that to my datees. Definitely Jasmine for the win. Love Jasmine. Right now, we do not have a wait list. Right now, there is no wait list. Tuition has increased, but there is no wait list for us right now. If you are a Black woman over the age of 21. Yep. A lot of them just sell courses and don't actually work outside of the few one-off transactions. Absolutely. That's another thing I've been saying as well. And a lot of people like try to bash me when they sign up for my course, and they're like, hey, well, I just thought that you were going to be more available. I thought, you were going to be in a group chat 24/7, or I was going to be able to text you all the time or call you all the time. And it's like, how were you expecting me for me to be that available for you when I'm actually a dom too? Like, don't you go to my page and see the fact that I'm making content? Don't you see me in a chat talking about I'm about to do a session with my subs? How could I be available to answer your questions as your mentor, as your coach 24/7 when I'm actually a dom too? That's not realistic. That's not fair. And yes, I mentor, but I'm like, my whole life is not being a FinDom mentor. Like, I'm actually in the field with you. So there are times where I'm offline because I'm doing sub sessions. There are times that I'm not on TikTok or I'm not on YouTube because I'm making content, or I'm editing content, or I'm editing content for something else, or I'm running my business, because you guys know I also own a boutique that my subs help me purchase as well. So you really got to pay attention. You really got to pay attention and ask the right kind of questions. For real, for real, for real, for real. With the code, is it all caps? Yes. You got to pay attention and ask the right kind of questions. For real, for real, for real, for real. With the code, is it all caps? Yes. TikTok. Okay, that was her potty timer for it, but we didn't go eat lunch. She had a big breakfast today, so we're going to go ahead and skip lunch. And we had already went outside earlier. And she's quiet right now, so I don't want to get her all riled up for nothing. The only option was a wait list. If you guys are using the link in my bio, it should take you to the membership platform. Let me try to see if I can pull it up from my iPad. From my multiple devices. Ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him. Ooh.
This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe. A winner. A winner. This is not...
She thought she ate with that one. She fucking didn't. What's going on? Let me see. They really want to profit off of this shit and start saying all kinds of racist things to you. Okay, yeah. All right, let me lock in for real though. Link in bio. So, boomity boppity. We on my page. Boom bop. Finna click the link in the dink. bio.site/AfroDomme. It says that it's not safe. It's totally safe. We finna open it anyway. Then, boom bow. You see that? New site, who this? Yeah. You see the design. You see the outfit, bitch. We killing you hoes. Scroll up. Hella shit on here. Hella info. Gentlemen, humbly introduce yourself. You're not a gentleman. Apply to join. 5,000 members, get expert coaching as a black woman. That's the second link. We're going to click that one. Click. Bam. Then it's finna take you here. Okay? Lock in with me. Pay attention. It's going to take you over here. You're going to click become a member. Stay focused. Become a member. Take a second. I know you ain't been in school for a second, but take a second. Read. Right? Oh, words. Read. Then when you're writing, choose your plan. You can do the monthly, or if you big ball and shot calling, you can do the yearly plan. Got you. Add it to the Kizart. Now we finna go to checkout. Promo code. All caps. Tick. Top. Dooms. With an S. Day. All caps. No lies. Apply. Bam. That discount finna hit. And it's finna take off a whopping $35.99. All right? $35.99 off the top. Now, go ahead and enter in your sugar daddy credit card information and then hit checkout. And that is all. So, make sure you got the right links. Make sure you're in the right area. Make sure you're in the right spaces. Everything else is here. We got all kinds of good shit in here. Honestly, truly. And that is all. And if you wanted to, check out all my other links, you can find them. Wait, tap in TikTok. Stop playing. You can check out all the other links. There's hella shit in here. Hella good stuff. But yeah, that promo code for you guys is only going to be active between now and 11:59 on the 18th, right before Inauguration Day, when shit go ahead and get active around this bitch. I personally would not be caught dead underneath that tower, like we said. When that tower start falling, if I was you, would find somewhere safe to be and something safe to do. So go ahead and use that promo code TikTok Doomsday. $35.99 off the top. $35.99 off the top. So you be all right. You'll make that money back. I don't know about no $1,000 between now and the 31st, but you can definitely get that $60 back. That ain't nothing. You'll be all right. You can get that $60 back in a day. We got you on that. That ain't no problem. Get your social media up. Get all that shit. All your little stuff. All your little business. But yeah, that's really the point of today's conversation, you guys. That's really the point of today's conversation, you guys. Shit is hitting the fan. The tower is falling. And you don't want to be caught underneath that fucking tower. You don't want to be nowhere near that shit. Because this time, Harriet Tubman ain't running around finding people. Okay? And I'm not disrespecting Harriet, because she is a part of all of us. Yes, she is. But we not walking around finding nobody. And once we go get our freedom, we not coming back and grabbing more people, because that's going to put us at risk. And around these parts these days, there's way too many coons. And I'll be damned. I'm not finna lose my freedom trying to give somebody else their freedom. So you might as well go ahead and hop on the boat now before we go ahead and pull off. What your mother say? Before y'all go somewhere when y'all was kids, go ahead and use the bathroom now before we leave. Yeah. And make sure your ass is ready to go, because the way that they was acting on January 6th, the last time, and the way that they've been acting since, you already know them buffoons. You already know them buffoons is finna show they monkey asses. That's exactly why they look like that. Them buffoons, yet again, is ready to show they monkey asses. And you don't want to be around when that tower go down. Because it's not going down for us. It's not going down for us. Just you don't want to be in that mix. You don't want to be at the table with them when shit hit the fan. Okay? You want to be over here with us. And, we're going to have our own shit going on. We got Hennessy over here. I know y'all like Hennessy. Okay, we got the Henny over here. We got the bundles. We got the za over this bitch. Cookies, jackets, all that. Come over here. Get out of here. Get out them streets. It's bad. It's ugly. It's dangerous. Okay, wait a minute, because I was about to end the live. What'd she just say? Goddess, I got my first silent send this morning. Period. Congratulations. And on that note, we ending the live right there. Congratulations to one of my brand new students who just got their first silent send. Yes, mama. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You better say something in the group chat, girl. Why you ain't say nothing? You better say something in the group chat. You even got Cashadina all turned up. Okay, girl. Congratulations on your first silent send. Yeah. Period. And on that note, baby, we ending this motherfucking life. You better come over here where we winning and making this motherfucking money, girl. Stop playing. We making money over this bitch. Congratulations, girl.